You know what, Raditz? I decided that I, Prince Vegeta, shall be your friend.
Okay, even I gotta admit that just doesn't sound right. Hey guys, DBRI here, and today we are here with what if Vegeta and got along with Raditz? What if Vegeta got along with Raditz? What if they had a more camaraderie relationship rather than the relationship they did have in the original, which was essentially Vegeta and Nappa always poking fun of how weak Raditz was? What if instead Vegeta actually saw Raditz's potential, that he actually could become a truly great Saiyan warrior on the scopes of Nappa and himself? After all, there are only 3 of them left. Does Vegeta really want to make enemies with the last 2? Yeah. So let's just say that in this timeline that even though, and with his father, belittling the lower class Saiyan warrior was the thing to do, a mindset that they inherited from ever since Frieza's family enslaved the Saiyan race. But what if Vegeta Prince Vegeta that is, never quite understood that? Why? After all, the lower class works just as hard, if not harder than the elites do. And this version of Vegeta has the sense to know this. And essentially, as he is assigned with Nappa and a low-class Saiyan boy, the son of Bardock, Raditz, they go ahead and conquer a job. Now, of course, much like in the original, they ignore Frieza's callback order, so they are spared Planet Vegeta and the Saiyan race's fate. And, well, after receiving the news that an asteroid's pretty much blown up the planet, killed everybody they love, which Vegeta's all Vegeta about it. I'll never be King Vegeta now. Raditz, even though he doesn't show it with his initial reaction, when he's by himself, he can't help but feel sad that, at the very least, not so much for his father. I mean, Daddy Bardock always maybe pushed him a little bit too hard, but Guinea was always a warm, loving presence in his life, and he is now sad that that's going to be gone. Raditz does shed a tear for his mother, Guinea, at least as long as the other Saiyans weren't watching and couldn't see him. And yeah, and he did know that there is a chance that Kakarot is out there somewhere. And in a way, this sort of pushes Raditz into a motive that he will become stronger, at least for his little brother's sake. Of course, he's not exactly in the position to go flying off and grabbing Kakarot right now. It may take years, but Raditz has a new determination. And that determination is actually being seen with Vegeta on the countless jobs they do over the years for Frieza. And yeah, I'll admit, like in the original, Raditz and Vegeta do have a bit of a rocky start to their relationship. But like I said, this version of Vegeta isn't quite like the one we have from the original timeline. Once Raditz starts proving himself, doing some solo jobs, and actually managing to defeat people actually vastly superior in strength and numbers to him, this especially gets the attention of Vegeta. So it seems you're not a total waste of space after all, Raditz. You shall keep it up, or die where you stand. Vegeta making himself clear, but ultimately he's not saying anything negative to Raditz. He's simply stating, keep up. That's basically Vegeta's way of keep up the good work. It was a good thing. It was a good thing. And Raditz being acknowledged by the Prince, something not even Bardock managed to achieve. Oh, Vegeta had heard of Bardock, but he never gave him any thought. And, well, in a job where, Frieza sends all 3 Saiyans to, conquer a planet, Vegeta gets to witness Raditz's skills firsthand. And, yes, Raditz's way of doing things is not like your typical Saiyan. Not just rushing in there and brawling with these guys. The way Raditz sets up as he's battling a few enemy soldiers on a planet, Raditz has sort of set himself up as bait, and he's using his terrain to destroy his enemies. Luring them out up into the mountainside, firing a key blast into the mountainside, and crushing them all. And it's not the typical way Saiyans do things, but it's definitely effective. It's definitely effective, and this means that Raditz can take on some of the soldiers that he is capable of fighting, like a Saiyan. And because Vegeta is really curious to see how Raditz does things this time around, he and Nappa are hogging all the action. They want to see what Raditz can do, and even Nappa couldn't help but acknowledge Raditz's ingenuity. And so, as a reward after they destroy the planet, they decide to actually give Raditz a bit of a sparring session. A sparring session with Nappa, and pretty much immediately after that, a sparring session with the Prince. Even though it's cool that Raditz can kill vastly superior enemies using the terrain, being smarter than they are, being more of a strategist for the team, the kind of strategist that could make Vegeta and Nappa and Raditz, their little 3 Saiyan squad, a lot more efficient. And as a reward for that, Nappa and Vegeta actually take the time to spar with Raditz, and as a result, Raditz begins becoming stronger. Currently, now, in the original timeline, he's what, 1200? Something like that. He can't block an energy attack beyond 1300, as I recall. Like Piccolo's social beam cannon. Did you just call Piccolo Pikachu? Yes, I did. Guilty as charged. That's an unsubscribable offense. I am sorry. Anyway, so if you're curious about Raditz's number, it's 2200. With these sparring matches and with Nappa and Vegeta, in between missions and after a mission, whenever they got the free time and they can just sort of train amongst themselves away from Frieza's watchful eyes, they are actually rewarding Raditz by making him stronger. And because of his strategic prowess, the 3 Saiyans are much more efficient at doing their jobs. they're able to do their jobs, keeping the cities and technology relatively undamaged, so the Frieza Force can just jump right in and take it over and assimilate what they need to assimilate. In fact, they're becoming that efficient that they easily rival Dodoria and Zarbon in terms of planetary conquest, mind you. In a fight, they'd still lose at this point. But their teamwork is just flawless. They haven't had records like this since Bardock and his crew.
Oh, very interesting. That Raditz, he's the son of Bardock, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? Well, it's good to see those free monkeys do have a brain between them.
What? Are you saying they are better than me and Zarbon, Frieza?
That's exactly what I'm saying. You two better step up, or those monkeys just might replace you. You wouldn't want that, would you?
No, sir! No, Zarbon, let's go conquer a planet right now! Anyone! And well, needless to say, because the big guy Frieza is recognizing their talent, he does reward these Saiyans a little bit more. Bit of an extra payday, and, well, no more of the, demeaning jobs that, he was having them do. In fact, he even gave them a little planet that was a Frieza base that he's not really using. Hey, look at this, Vegeta. We've got all the old comforts of home. Well, it's about time we got some special treatment. Finally, Lord Frieza sees our worth. Oh, yes. The Saiyans are definitely getting a puff chest. Oh, yeah. It felt good to be on Frieza's good side. Even though they still despise him. They're just glad to know their work is finally being appreciated and they could just keep doing their thing. And that is where we're going to be leaving things for right now. So what do you guys think? Did you enjoy this particular opening, this part of the story? How will things go in the next part? Will Raditz still go for Kakarot? Or is he too busy living it up this Frieza lifestyle that he's completely forgotten about his kid brother? And the only reason he wanted to get stronger in the first place was to help him. All this and more next time as you like and smash that. Like and subscribe, smash that like button, comment, all that stuff. Visit the DB Ride website, dbride-portal.com. Or rather, db-ride-portal.com, I should say. Anyway, I will be back with you again next time. Catch us all later.